Looks like next is gonna be Karen's quest. Sure. Oh, wait. Let's create a save just in case, because Karen's one of the ones who's less leveled, so this might not go too well. Oops, I meant to do your character quest. Review your party setup before proceeding. Karen? Good. Saren and Karen left camp under false motives so that Loren would not suspect her mother's gift so soon. They traveled far across the lands until reaching the unforgiving swamps. I had never wanted to return to these parts. Saren watched Karen closely, only daring to go as far as she would. What are we looking for? The ruins where you found me. They are the ruins of a people that once ruled here. The Cthulhu. Are the lizardmen their descendants? Karen chuckled under her breath. No, I believe they are just fond of the swamp. It is like all civilizations. When one dies, another will quickly take its place. You consider the lizardmen a civilization? Karen slowed but did not stop. I have been in their company. They are not simple creatures. They're not. Before Karen could answer, the mighty ruins of Cthulhu appeared before them. Most structures were crumbling into the swamp, but they remained a marvel. In the distances, they could see smoke from a campfire. Do you think? Yes, lizardmen. We will have to avoid them as we make our way into the ruins. Any relic from wars of old would be preserved underground. Saren nodded and followed Karen as she crouched and silently sped across the mud. At the campfire, many lizardmen were lounging around it, as if sleeping, but they were chattering and hissing at each other. What are they doing? That is how they speak. Then they are not sleeping. They are like moths in front of flames. Karen had learned much about their culture from her imprisonment. Over there, that doorway. Karen pointed at their goal. Now they had to reach it without being caught. A lizardman was patrolling the perimeter of the campfire's circle. He had just finished his round on the side closest to them. Karen looked over at Saren. Wait. They waited to see if there were any more patrols just to be safe. However, they waited too long and the first patrol came around and noticed them. He hissed at the other lizardmen to attack. I fucked it up! Strike through! Almost got that guy down. Shit! But now he's being protected. That's no good. Defend.
Guide my way. After all.
They should have surrendered when they hit the camp.
Lord, I'm sorry.
Ah, I lost. I lost. Okay, I'm just gonna restart the quest then. I'll just make it easier and do it the right way. Traveling. Dialogue. Chat. Boom. Go now. They both rushed forward and into a shadow to wait for the next move. The same lizardman on patrol was now about to start his path on the side closest to them. Wait. Saren decided it was best to wait and go when the patrol was on the far side. Ah, damn it. Again with the fucking thing.
I'll protect you.
Strike through. Drop him. It's okay. We've got a bit of an advantage on this one. We got an advantage this time because I managed to actually take out that mage before they could defend it. Alright, there we go. We made it. I do not like this. We have invaded their home for no glorious purpose. We should avoid killing them. Yes, ma'am. Now inside of a ruined building, they softly stepped down a dark hallway until they heard more hiss talk. Karen peered around the corner and saw several lizardmen. They both pressed against the wall and calculated a plan. Wait. Saren flattened on the wall and a lizardman walked past him. He looked again and the coast looked clear. They were almost there. Go now! Saren nodded at Karen and they both wheeled around the corner and dashed into the darkness ahead. They cleared the second group of lizardmen unscathed. They wasted no time in searching the hallways for a way deeper into the ruins. They found a door that led down deep into the ground. They descended into the belly of the ruins, relying on lights that the lizardmen had furnished along the walls. At the bottom, they came into a dusty chamber. There were piles of rusting metal and rotting wood. What a very strong odor this room has. It is trash to them, but in these piles lies historical artifacts. Where do we start searching? The center pile. A small blade sliced at Saren's ankle. He yelped and kneeled down to grab his wound. A green blur moved towards Karen. Watch out! Karen cartwheeled backwards just as a small creature swiped at her. Saren ripped a torch from the wall and threw it at the lizardman. It landed at his feet and showed it was a young lizard woman. A child. Don't attack. Trespassers! Both Saren and Karen were startled by the talking juvenile, and they noticed that this child may be green and covered with scale, but her head was similar to theirs. What is she? A new race? Halt! A language they understood was followed by a hissing they did not. An elf woman and a lizard man ran into the room with glares. The elf hissed and clicked at the juvenile, but the girl didn't move. What is an elf doing with the lizardman? Thieves! You disgrace our home! The lizardman snapped his jaws and wielded a weapon. We don't wish to fight you. We're here to retrieve a relic and then we will leave peacefully. Thieves must die! The child tried to attack Karen, but Saren dove down to protect her. The elf mother did what any mother would do. Dang it. We do strike through? Damn.
I am not
Revive
ready
you.
to join the great numbers.
Let me switch.
Let me instead. Another victory for the Amazons. Another victory for the Amazons.
I'm sorry. Stay your weapon. No more. Saren obeyed and pulled back. The child lizard woman stopped, hiding behind her parents, and picked up the nearest weapon next to her. She threw a mighty spear much stronger and faster than any Amazon at her age could have. The spear whizzed past them both so they could admire her skill rather than fear her. You are a superior child. Stop coming! Leave us alone! The elf woman pulled back her child and glared at them. You must be visited by scavengers often. Savages. Karen picked up the spear on the ground and held it in her hands. The family went tense. I was mistaken to think that I had any right to come here and take as I please. I will trade with you, as equals. Karen slipped her rations from her hip along with her personal royal belongings. She threw the satchel on the ground by the child. I give you everything I have of worth for this weapon, and for everything else that was robbed from you. You have my word as the Amazon Queen that the Amazons will not breach your lands again. Queen? Thief! Thief! The mother hushed the half-breed child. Karen signaled to Saren that it was time to leave. They were allowed to leave the chamber, and they found their way out of the ruins were a lot simpler. Once they were deep in the swamp again, Karen stopped. We have thought too little of the lizard people until now. We should have not been there. I'm sorry that you did not find a gift for Loren. Karen held the spear she recovered from the room in front of her. It was discolored and very old, but it was still surprisingly sharp. I will give this to her. Though she may not wield it, it will be symbolic to her strength. A weapon of the Great Mother's is a rare honor. They traveled the long way back to camp. Karen prepared the spear for Loren with much care. She cleaned it and studied it. She even practiced with it to taste its power. It was clear to Saren that Karen had become attached to it. So it was secretly happy moment for him when Loren refused to take such an immense gift from her mother. This is a spear, Mother. You should wield it, not I. Are you rejecting my gift? You dishonor me. No, I am honoring you. I have no use for a spear. A weapon is only powerful when it is used. That is what you taught me. I went very far to reclaim this. I shed my royal possessions as payment. Then by all views it is yours. Loren. Karen raised her voice, tempted to force Loren to accept her gift. Loren's voice, however, was unnaturally sweet. Mother, if you will not take it, then you force my hand. I will carry it until I can deposit it to the Citadel's reliquary. Reliquary. Loren smiled and left her mother on those words. Saren also smiled, knowing that Karen would have a token of strength to keep for herself. Perhaps, for once, Karen would feel empowered rather than weakened. Spear of the Ancestors! Yay! And now if I go to you, and what have you been using? You've been using a 14. Wow, that one's much better then. Alright. Close. What's next? What's the next quest? Hey, this is RPGatWill. I hope you liked this episode of Loren the Amazon Princess. If you want to check out some of my other material, you can click on my channel link below, or you can even subscribe if you'd like. I like to do some silly songs on the side, along with my RPG work. If you want to see some more group-oriented stuff, there's another channel called Gaming Idiots TV that I take part in. That's where we do all our group stuff, so I'll provide a link below if you want to check it out there. See you next time.